All right, guys, welcome back to Remotely Wasted. Here to talk college football with you. My name's Nick, here with Jaden. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. By the way, I'm in a hotel room using my hotspot, so if I freeze up, stick with
He's
it. Be
broke.
patient.
That's
Keep
what it means.
keep stay with us. Don't
He
click off just
brokey.
because it froze up for 5 seconds. No, you gotta keep with it. But there's a lot to talk about. I mean, I've heard some crazy things today, some like unprecedented things that might happen in the playoffs. Um,
Like
I mean,
what?
that's kind of what I want to start out with is that I've heard that Lane Kiffin is willing to
Oh,
leave
I
Ole
see.
Miss before the playoffs. He will not do the playoffs with them to take another
Yeah,
job, is
he
what I've
got
heard.
caught. Like his family was going to visit, I think Florida and LSU, and then Ole Miss found out about it, and it's basically like telling him like, yeah, you gotta tell me, you gotta tell us what the fuck you're gonna do, because if you don't, you ain't coaching the playoff games, which is kind of nuts. Like,
Yeah, they
yeah,
gave
I
him an
fuck with it.
ultimatum.
Put the nuts on the table. Let's do it. Stop letting the coaches jerk you around and just leave you high and dry. You know, if they fucking lose, like, because I mean, ultimately, like, say he had a deal set up with LSU. Cool. As soon as the season's over, I'm coming. They go all the way. They win the championship. Is he still coming? Like, or does he stay? And then he might be like, I'm staying. We just won the daddy. But like, I don't
I
know.
mean, that's
It's
what I'm
just it's
saying.
so
It puts you in a
shady.
weird spot. I mean, I think really what Ole Miss is probably looking for is like I heard November 28th is the deadline, like before the Egg Bowl. Um, so what I think they're probably thinking is that if Lane Kiffin was really willing to leave before the playoffs, or like leave like despite having a playoff berth, like you might as well let us know now. That way we can at least have one of our assistants like get ready over these next few weeks to
'Cause,
coach
yeah, they're
playoff
gonna make
games.
they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, they have a very easy path. I don't think they have like one more game, and I think it's Mississippi State. I think they got a bye week upcoming. I might
Um,
be wrong. They might. I think because I
they
want to
have
say they play.
Stanford. No, what the fuck am I thinking of that? Oh, I'm thinking of A&M.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
bye
think
and then Mississippi
they might
State.
be on a bye week. So all they's got is Mississippi State, and Mississippi State's not very good. Uh, they're going to the SEC championship probably,
Good
depending on
chance.
how things play out. So they got the playoffs locked. So it's really up to Lane Kiffin. Like, are you gonna coach the playoffs? Or are you leaving? I think he should like if he's gonna leave, I think LSU is the far superior job. Like it's a bigger school, they got more money, and they're just in a better spot. Like they've got good recruiting
I agree.
classes. They had one of the top transfer portal classes. They've got a
Got a
really
lot of
good
money.
setup. Like and honestly, all
They
the
got
good recruits
probably the
that Brian
best home
Kelly
field
has,
advantage.
yeah, easily. Well, I wouldn't
It's
say easily, but it's like top three for sure.
it's always warm for the most part.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, you ain't gotta travel very far for the majority of your games.
because the Florida move doesn't make sense to me. Like, what can he do in Florida that he can't do that he's not already doing in Ole Miss? I guess is like
Cocaine, baby.
something like that. I don't know what's going on in
Latinas.
Florida. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think it's a good move to go to Florida. We got James Franklin going to Virginia Tech. That was kind of an
Yeah.
interesting development.
Well, good for Virginia Tech. That's a massive hire for Virginia Tech. Absolutely massive. Just blew it out the
Oh,
water.
that puts them like straight up there with they're gonna be up there with like
Yeah,
Miami and Clemson and Florida State.
every damn year.
And yeah, they're gonna be right up there every year.
And then
Good move.
crazy enough, that's like the same area that he was recruiting in for Penn State. So now he might be taking Penn State's recruits that they kind of set up and was sniping from like Virginia and Virginia Tech.
And we still don't know what Jim Knowles is gonna do. Like maybe he goes with them to Virginia Tech. Maybe that's
Oh,
what
I mean, nasty.
his play is. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Go to the ACC, dominate, bring a bunch of defensive guys with you. I mean, Drew Aller's probably, I think he's a senior, right? So I don't think he
I
could
think
come
so.
back. But maybe he could get a medical redshirt or something. I don't know. But like that'd be kind of an interesting move. But despite all this coaching stuff, like we had a pretty crazy weekend this past week, and we had A&M going to the wire against South Carolina, down
They should have
by
lost.
27 points, 30-3 at halftime.
That's embarrassing.
That was what was that? Like that was just confusing on so many levels. It was like the tale of two halves. I'm just like they looked powerless the first half. Like they couldn't do anything. Everything was a miscue. Like the defense is playing bad, offense is playing bad, you're getting turnovers, every like drop passes, just anything that could possibly go wrong was going wrong for A&M in that first half. And South Carolina's got to
Everything
be
was going right
ashamed of
for them.
themselves. Like,
Yeah, they blew it. Like, how do you not score a single point? That's all. They could have scored 1 point, and I think it would have been
yeah,
tied, right?
a field goal. Yeah, a single. It was 31-30. Yeah, all they had to do
Like,
was score a field goal.
come on now. That's a catastrophic blow, like just blown job. Wait a minute. Uh,
Hey.
as soon as I said that, I was like, that don't sound right.
Uh,
Yeah, Beamer needs to be fired. You can't do that. That's so bad. You have a chance to take down a top five team on the road. Yeah, they were at Texas A&M, right? Pretty sure.
yeah, no, it was at
Like,
College Station.
it's you just can't do that. I don't even know what to say. That's just bad. Like they just took their foot completely off the gas. Um, embarrassing, embarrassing.
Yeah, they
So
played
bad.
that second half to like not lose, you know what I mean? You see teams do that
No,
every
fuck
now and
that.
then. And
And
like
look what it got you.
you gotta keep going at least to like the last like 7-8 minutes, like depending on how much of a lead you have. Like you gotta keep pushing it. And unfortunately they didn't. Now Texas A&M, they're just sitting in the driver's seat. They're pretty much locked for a SEC championship. I don't think I think all they got is Texas left, and I think even if they lost that, they'd still probably be in the SEC championship.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
they're pretty much locked in. So that kind of seals the deal up for their season. A weird like incident with that state trooper that like bumped into the player. Like I saw that and
Listen,
I was like, was he joking or was he being serious? And like I found out he got like relieved of his duties.
yeah. Did you see like the zoomed in like slow mo? Like he like stuck his elbow out. Like what a fucking jerk off.
Like just I don't know. Like imagine that guy like in the real world. Like that's crazy. Like it's a football game, bro. Like that's insane. But Texas takes their football very serious down there.
Cameras don't miss shit.
No. No, that was crazy. And then, going into the afternoon, obviously, Oklahoma pulls off the upset against Alabama. Ty Simpson finally looked human for the first, like,
Finally.
or maybe the second time this year. I mean, he looked pretty good against Florida State despite the loss. This was
Yeah,
the
he
worst
did.
he's looked all year. He threw an interception, he fumbled the ball, and he almost threw a second interception that got taken away because of a pass interference
I
call.
guess he's fumbled the ball in like five straight games.
He's not his Heisman candidacy, I think, is over. Like I
He's
don't
cooked.
see it. And honestly, like just like a little peek ahead, like Auburn is not terrible. Like all their losses are close. So
And that
there's a
defense
very
is
real chance they
stout.
lose.
That defense is stout.
That defense is good.
At this point, I hope Auburn wins. Like, knock
It'd
Alabama out of the playoffs. I don't need them anymore. Like,
be fantastic. Another playoffs without the out the Crimson Tide.
that might
So I mean,
move it. Like at this picture, it would move Vandy in.
yeah, which I would be a lot more interested in seeing Vandy in the playoffs for the first time than seeing Alabama go again. And I mean, I don't know
There's gonna be a
that
good
that
handful of
game.
teams in here for the first time.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams coming up in here that
So
are
cool. A lot of teams
we're
sitting
gonna
on
see
the
a lot of
edge.
teams.
Nope, nobody's talking about USC, and I didn't even realize like how like
They're
good their
sneaky.
good their record was.
Yeah, they've only
Other than
lost
this
two
past
games,
weekend, I was like, wait a minute, they have a shot. They could make it.
and they beat Iowa this week, and it was a pretty impressive win. They were losing for a lot of it,
I thought
but
they
they
were done
came
for.
back and won. So I think USC has a big game. Game day is going to be their game versus Oregon this weekend. So the winner of that game,
I mean, they're
I
sitting at
just
17. Oregon's 8.
they'll
I
be
think
like
that if they
very
win,
close.
I can move them up to like right at 12, maybe.
Yeah,
And
maybe
see,
even
like
into the
they
top
lost to
10.
Illinois, which is okay. That one's kind of shitty, and then Notre Dame, but Notre Dame can do no wrong.
Yeah, that was another thing about this weekend. We had the big game of the weekend was supposed to be Notre Dame versus Pitt. That was
I knew
just a
that game was gonna be
boring
ass. Pitt
snooze
sucks.
fest.
Pitt's ass.
I don't know why game day didn't go to Oklahoma, Bama or Texas, Georgia instead of Notre Dame. I
Like
think they
that
just wanted to have
they
a Notre Dame
knew
game.
they knew Pitt was gonna be ass. Everybody knows Pitt's ass. And Notre Dame, this
Yeah.
Notre Dame team's getting better every week. They're actually not that bad. Like
Jeremiah Love was going crazy.
they're pretty decent. They get better
He hit
every
the
week,
spin
so
move. Like I don't know if you saw that
nasty.
play.
That dude's a menace to society.
Jeremiah Love is
He can't be let
crazy.
into the league. He cannot be allowed to go. I'm telling you, like when I think of like Booby Miles from Friday Night Lights, it's like this fucking dude. Uh, it's weird.
No,
It's
he's just
weird.
an electric
He's so
player.
good.
Did you I don't know if you caught like the end of Pitt Notre Dame, but I was catching the end of it because it was like coming on like the Oklahoma game was coming on right after that game, and like they like the last like three plays of the game, Notre Dame roughed Pitt's quarterback like
Three
on
straight
three
times.
different plays, like yeah, like three straight times, and Marcus Freeman was like, "What are you guys doing?" Like he's like, "Stop
Set,
hitting the quarterback," and then
they're fucking sending a message.
Pitt's coach kept calling his timeouts even though they were down by like like the impossible like there's like 4 seconds left and they're down by like three scores
This
and
is so annoying.
he threw a touchdown to get one final score. I think just because he was mad about that. It was just a weird ending to the game. And when you're wanting your game to come on, you're like, can you guys just like
Fuck off.
not do this right now? That stuff drives me crazy. Waiting for your game to start, and they want to make this the longest game ever played.
Yeah, that
But
shit's annoying.
I'm trying to think if there's any other big things that happened this weekend. Texas, gets destroyed by Georgia. That was
I actually
pretty
thought that game
big.
was gonna be a lot closer.
It started out
This is
like I
this
watched.
this is the Texas we all thought they were. This was them. They've had everybody fooled for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was bad. It started out, I think it was like 14-3, and then
Yeah, it was relatively close for a
um
little while.
I think in the second half, at one point it was 14-10, and in Georgia they score a touchdown, then they do that onside kick, which was really interesting.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
Surprise
Like, who the
onside
fuck does
kick.
that?
Kirby's
Kirby
just
Smart's an asshole, dude.
he's playing
He's such
3D
a
chess out there.
he's such a dick.
I don't know if you've ever noticed, but Matthew McConaughey stands like right next to Sarkisian during the game. I'm like, okay, this is a bit excessive. Like, you are not that important. Like, we would have Toby Keith on our sideline, but he's standing like way back there, like against the wall. He wasn't standing like right next to Bob Stoops. Like, who are you? Like, I don't know. Matthew McConaughey has been just annoying me. I think just because of this Texas stuff.
Matthew McConaughey. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Why are you that like close to the game, man?
He's one of the greatest actors of all time.
I mean, he is,
You
but
can't
I'm
tell
not
him
gonna.
shit.
I'm tired of his ass. Tired of seeing him every game like he's on the team.
It basically is on the team. I wonder how much money he donates to them.
He probably donates quite a bit. And I
He
was
has to, right?
yeah, I bet he does. And he's like I think technically he teaches a class at Texas. He's
Mm.
like an honorary professor, which probably
Was it-
gets him the passes.
I thought I had this screen share the entire time.
Just going off the dome. Um One last thing I'll say about Texas is Arch Manning actually played pretty good. He just his receivers were dropping a lot of passes. So I could see Arch Manning being pretty good next year, like a possible draft caliber player if he can
I think so, yeah.
progress through another off
If they can
season.
upgrade at O line and receiver, sure.
Yeah, they just can't
Potential
drop passes.
preseason Heisman favorite, who knows?
I mean, it doesn't even matter how the season finishes. He's gonna be the preseason favorite next year just because his last name's Manning.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's gotten better, so
yeah, he's improved. But I guess we could get into our top six. So six, I put Texas Tech, I
oh,
guess.
me too.
Um, I don't know. It
I really
depends on
thought you
how
was gonna
much
put
you
OU
value.
here.
I was actually strongly considering it because I think
I
we
really
have the
thought you
better
would.
wins.
Oh yeah,
But
100%.
I think you got BYU sitting here at 11. You got Utah
Utah
sitting at
13.
13. I don't think they're like actually that good, but if you're just going
I
based
think
off of where they're
BYU's
ranked,
I think BYU's solid. Utah's not as good, but BYU's decent.
yeah. And I think you can argue like as far as like Oklahoma, Texas Tech, like what is more important? Like Texas Tech has two top 15 wins. Oklahoma has like three wins, but none of them, other than Alabama, they have the one top 10 win, but the other two are pretty low, like Tennessee's 20, Michigan's 18.
And
So,
they
I
have
mean,
one
it's
less
kind
loss.
of just depends on, what you value more, but for the time being, I think Texas Tech deserves a spot. They have a very good defense. Um, I don't know. I'm curious what the committee is going to do. Will they have Texas Tech that high, or will they have Oregon ahead of Texas Tech?
Um, I don't see why Oregon is above Texas Tech. They have what, Iowa? That's their best win?
Yeah,
That's it. That's
Iowa.
it. Iowa's their best win.
Well, I think doesn't that say they're both ranked six on that? I
What?
think they're tied for sixth on the AP poll this week.
Oregon's at 8. Oh yeah, they are tied at
Yeah,
6,
they're
but
they're they're tied for six, which is weird. Like, just pick one.
yeah. But there's no reason that they should be over them. Like Iowa's not even ranked anymore. They have no ranked wins.
Yeah, they don't have a single ranked win, and none of their wins are like Penn State looks good at the time. It's not now. Iowa looks good.
It's the
It looked good
brand,
at the
man.
time. Um,
I go get
I'm
Georgia
not
Tech. They're
sold
at
on them.
15. Like if Georgia Tech only had one loss to Indiana, you think they'd be right there where Oregon was?
Oh, hell no.
No.
They're not gonna get the same treatment. And Oregon, like if they beat USC this weekend, like okay, fair enough. You guys proved
Yeah.
yourself a little bit, but where they're standing right now, like Texas Tech, they do have BYU, they do have Utah. Um, their loss wasn't great to Arizona State, but Arizona State's not terrible. I think they only lost like 3 games. They're like 7-3 or something.
I think their quarterback
So
was hurt again.
I think he's out for the season. Um,
Morton?
oh no, I thought you were talking about Arizona State, like Levitt. I
No,
think he's done for the season.
I think
Oh,
so too.
Morton's hurt again?
No, in that game against the lost, he was hurt that game.
Oh yeah, I think he was. So
So
yeah, I guess
you
he's
can't hold the loss against them because they didn't have their starting quarterback. Sound familiar?
yeah, I mean,
I
I
think we
don't
got to
know.
leave them
I
out of the playoffs. They didn't have their quarterback for that game. We got to leave them out.
I love it. But no, I see what you're saying. No, I was fucked up. Um, Florida State got done like that. I don't know. I don't like Texas Tech. I don't like
I
them at
like them.
all. This
I
is
like
their
them.
first 10 win season since 2008 when they got beat by like 62-10 by us. So congratulations, guys,
Pathetic.
on your
Imagine you
your
guys link up
second.
in the playoffs. That'd be kind of sick.
Oh, I would love it.
Two
I'm curious to see where
former
everything
Big 12
stacks
school.
up. It'd be a good. It'd be a
'Cause they might
hostile
be the only one that
environment.
makes it. Like they're gonna be playing BYU in the championship game. They beat them. They probably knock them out, and that's it. There's Utah's maybe can slip in. Palace.
Yeah, I mean Utah could BYU. I think if BYU beats Texas Tech in the championship, they get in. But
I think they both get
Does
in.
Texas
I
Tech
think I think
maybe?
so. Yeah, because
Like
they had
it'll be
they had the first,
close.
like it'd be a tie in, like, head to head, like win loss. I feel like you have to keep them both in.
But I mean, like, would you put like a two-loss Texas Tech over the two-loss Vanderbilt? Like, I feel like, it's like arguments start being
No, probably
made.
not.
And then the ACC, man, like
Fried, fried. I just praying fucking Miami doesn't make it, dude. Like, I'm praying. Like, how are they ahead of Georgia Tech?
I guess because they have the win over Notre Dame. Because
Then why is Notre Dame above Miami?
because Miami has that second loss to Louisville, which wasn't like a great loss. I mean, they
Nah,
got the win over USC, which is looking decent now. NC State's not a terrible win. Um,
I guess. I
it's
guess.
not it's not a very good resume.
I'll allow it.
Um, my top five honestly is the exact same as what the AP has for
Just
the
just with
top five.
Oregon and Texas Tech flipped.
Yeah, yeah. I moved Ohio State up
Uh,
to number one.
okay, mine's slightly different. So I got Tech at 6. I got Ole Miss at 5.
Okay. Yep.
Georgia 4, just because I got the head-to-head
Okay.
win over Ole Miss. A&M 3.
Yeah.
Ohio State 2. Indiana 1.
Yeah, and I mean, I think there's a solid argument for Indiana over Ohio State because
Yeah.
they just have the better resume. But I just hit this point this weekend, especially because I had A&M like last week as my number one. And then after
Yeah.
what they showed us on Saturday, it's like there's just no way you could say this is the best team in the country right now
No.
after what they just did. And I'm like looking at Indiana, like they were, not great against Penn State, but I was like the how badly they played against Penn State versus how badly Texas A&M played against South Carolina. Like Texas A&M played way worse in the game they struggled in.
Well,
So
by far.
like Indiana has to go above A&M. But then I'm just looking at Ohio State and I'm like, they haven't struggled at all. Like they're just so consistent week in and week out.
Yeah, not really.
They haven't played anybody though, but it's just like,
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only thing you could line up for this is like the Penn State win against Indiana's Penn State win, and
yeah,
then
which
Illinois
Indiana's was
against
way
their.
more.
So it almost evens out. Like, if Indiana beat Illinois by like a higher margin.
And also the Texas win is a lot better now than it was, earlier in the season for
I
Ohio
mean, it,
State.
it was getting better, now it just got worse again. So it's like slowly falling off.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still
Um,
like a solid enough
I think
win.
Iowa would beat Texas.
I mean,
Indiana,
it's
Indiana
certainly
beat Iowa.
possible.
I really do. I really do.
It's still just it's going to be a rank win at least on Tuesday or
Yeah,
tomorrow
for
when
for
the
now.
committee comes out. So it's
'Cause I
still a
mean,
solid win.
they only dropped down to 17. So, and who does Texas have left? Is there a chance for them to fall out? They could lose both of those games. Arkansas is not terrible. Like they're not bad. I mean, yeah, the record's terrible, but they're not terrible. Like they lost by 1 to LSU, 3 to Mississippi State, 7 to Auburn, 3 to A&M, 3 to Tennessee. Jesus Christ, dude. That's fucking terrible. That's heartbreaking.
Like they went on a tear of very close
6
losses.
6 to Ole Miss, 1 to Memphis. They got killed by Notre Dame, but like every single one of those games up for other than Notre Dame's one loss. Like that's fucking heartbreaking. I would be just devastated if I was in Arkansas. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Like those are so close.
Yeah, no, there's the only other thing I could think of is like Scott Frost at Nebraska, like where he kept
Oh
losing
yeah,
those
I
like
remember that.
touchdown games. Like that's the kind of season they've had this year. But they could
Um,
pull off the upset this weekend. But I
I,
mean,
I think off the top of my head, I think their quarterback, I can't remember his name. I think he's out.
Kalen
Uh,
Green.
yeah, I think he's hurt. No, maybe not. I don't know the fuck I'm talking about. Never mind. But I mean, look, they was hanging around with Ole Miss, hanging around with the A&M. They could most definitely beat Texas. So, Texas loses both of these two games. They're out of everything. It's gonna make
Yeah, I
Ohio
mean,
State's win look a little less.
this is a
It could.
trap game against Arkansas because they're looking ahead to A&M.
I mean, if I'm Indiana, I think I'd rather. I think the what is it, the 3 spot in the projected like bracket looks the best. Like that's where you want to be. You want to be in number 3. It looks like the easiest route, to make the championship, in my opinion. But like I don't know. It's kind of lining up weird. Like there's some heavy hitters on the back end. So like you finish number 1 and you're pulling. I don't know. Fucking
Well,
Alabama could
that's
slip
what
in there,
happened
and like you're playing
to.
Alabama your first game, and you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I mean that happened last year to Oregon. Remember, Oregon had a great season. They're the number one seed. They
Schmacked.
drew Ohio State the first matchup. Like I feel like the bracket probably
Fucking
shouldn't
schmacked.
work that way. Like it doesn't work that way in any other sport. Like you usually play like the worst.
Yeah. Actually,
Like you have
I
the
don't
easy
really
step.
mind it, like, because it's like those first set of games, you got some real heavy hitters in there, like that first like whole almost round of like March Madness is kind of like there is some occasional upsets, but like if there was no upsets, it would be boring as hell. Um,
Yeah. Well, I mean, last year the first round was fantastic from what I can remember. Like
yeah,
it
it was
was
a
like
the whole thing was pretty good. It was all good.
yeah, I mean, it was probably the best playoffs we've ever had, and I'm glad they moved it to 12 teams because
I
of it.
agree. It's 12's good. I think 14 could be even better. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think it should go further than 14, in my opinion.
Well,
But
at
I
a
mean,
certain point, like there's
24 would
like
be cool too. Fuck it. I'd be happy with it. I wouldn't complain. That's more football. That's more matchups. More teams playing other teams that you would never see them play. Like, you could get Ohio State playing fucking Tulane. I mean, it wouldn't be any good, but it would still be kind of cool. Like if it was just straight 1 to 24, 2 to with a no buys potentially. But I think you'd have to have buys for that many teams. So I mean that would be the matchup. But like they'd probably keep it similar to what it is. Maybe the top four teams get buys. So maybe be like Ole Miss against Tulane. You'd have like Texas Tech playing North Texas. That'd be kind of cool. Something like maybe.
yeah,
If I'm thinking about that right. So it would just be kind of cool. I think 24 is nice, especially this year. Like looking at the top 24, like there's so many teams in there with just two losses. Like obviously some of those are gonna kind of increase, but you're gonna have a
yeah.
good handful of teams with one loss, some two loss, like a bunch of two loss teams. So it would be really cool. And yeah, I mean maybe
For a year like this year, it'd be cool because I mean, this is one of the more competitive years we've seen in a really long time. Like, there's not like a clear like, oh, we know what the national championship's going to be. Like, I don't think we really do.
I
I
could
mean,
see
like
it.
you like Ohio State a lot, you think Ohio State's probably gonna just cruise their way to it. Besides
I don't
that, like
know.
I don't know about any other team like that I'm really that sold on.
I think A&M's still a good team, but like I don't know. Looking back at who A&M's played, so they squeaked out one against Notre Dame. That was way early in the season. Notre Dame's gotten a lot better. So like maybe if they played Notre Dame now, they probably wouldn't win. Um, Auburn, like they haven't really played anybody other than Notre Dame. So it's like, are they really that good? Well, we don't really know. Like because all these teams are ass. Missouri didn't have a
Yeah,
quarterback.
Missouri's like they're
LSU
decent, but yeah,
ass. Barely sneaked by Arkansas. Florida's ass. Mississippi State's ass. Auburn has no fucking offense, and you only put 16 up on them. Like barely won that game. Um, and then yeah, they should have lost this past game. So like maybe Texas A&M's not that good. Um, I think Georgia's getting a little better every week. I think Ole Miss
Georgia
can,
is like trending up like fast.
yeah.
Like they
I think
are
I think
very
Georgia
good.
can hang around with Ohio State. They always play. It's a big game. It would be a big game, so I think they would show up. I think Ole Miss could hang around with them. I think OU could hang around with them if the offense is going like firing. I think
And
Alabama
then
could
obviously
potentially.
Bama because they've
Yeah,
already beat them. Or they've already beat Georgia,
yeah.
and
So,
I feel like they could hang around with
and
Ohio
then yeah,
State
I
as
think
well.
Indiana could too potentially. We don't really know what we have with Indiana entirely. So, I think those like three or
Yeah,
four teams with maybe Indiana. Well, I guess we'll see in the Big Ten championship. So
yeah. I mean, they're both
maybe
obviously getting in the play. I think there's four teams that are like locks, like they're 99%, and I think it's
I
like
think
those top four teams right
I
there.
think it's three that are
Or
like a
maybe
hundred.
it's just like Ohio State, Indiana, and A&M, but
I think
they're
so.
pretty much locked. Like they're
Yeah.
guaranteed a playoff spot. So I don't know about Indiana and Ohio State. I think Indiana is going to go for the jugular. I think Ohio State might play it more conservative, trying to because they're Ohio State. They've been there before. They're
Yeah.
gonna
I
try
mean,
to
if you're
conceal their
Indiana,
playbook.
like you have everything to lose. Like you have to like no, you don't have to win the game, but like you want to win the game.
Yeah, I mean you've
I
already
feel
been
like
to the playoffs before.
they have a lot
You
more to
need to win the
gain by winning that
conference.
game,
Yeah,
in my
it's a
opinion.
huge win. It's a huge boost for their program, and also like okay, Ohio State could easily lose to Michigan last week. Michigan did struggle against Northwestern this past weekend, but
But still, it's still
it's still the
Michigan.
rivalry. So Ohio State, like if they lose to Michigan, like they might be on the ropes
They might not make
against
the Big
Indiana.
Ten championship game if they lose to Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think they would, depending on how things shake out.
You got USC one loss, Oregon one loss, Michigan one loss. They would have the head-to-head over Ohio State, so Michigan would be over them. Um, I think it's, the points for, points against,
Yeah, I
that's
think
like the tiebreaker.
also
So USC
USC has
would,
the head-to-head on Michigan, so I think USC would get in, maybe.
yeah, so like Oregon can't get caught really like looking ahead potentially. They gotta kind of lock in and handle Michigan to even make it in. That'd be crazy. They lose that game and they just that might be more beneficial for them if they do lose that game. But like, there's no way they would intentionally lose to Michigan. Oh, I think Nick's frozen. Um, well, I guess we'll just keep. Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Did you
there we
did you hear
go.
me?
Nah, my
Uh,
internet connection is unstable. Fuck.
I was talking about Ohio State like intentionally losing that game to Michigan, but then I was like, nah, there's no way they would do that.
Damn.
Impossible. It would never happen.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Let's
Having
see what
technical difficulties with the internet. Anyways, I guess I'll just keep going. I think we're almost wrapping up this episode. Um, I think other than that, there ain't too much going on with the top 25. The bottom half's kind of, so you got some new teams jumping back up there again. North Texas is back in there. I like North Texas a lot. Oh no.
good, I think.
Oh, he's back.
The recording is still going. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know how that worked out, but
I think we
hey,
hopefully it's I guess we'll just keep pressing and then
at
you can go
least
back in.
we're pretty deep into the. I just switched the Wi-Fi to the hotel, so maybe
Yeah.
that'll make a difference. But at least we're deep enough to where it didn't just like ruin the episode from the jump. Like if you were
Yeah.
watching, maybe you're patient through this. But yeah, we were talking about Ohio State and Michigan and possibly like, were you talking about Ohio State throwing the Michigan game on purpose?
Yeah, like because so in theory, right, they could if they lost to Michigan, they wouldn't have to play Indiana. They're just automatically in the playoffs. They might have an easier road in the bracket, but I can't see that happening. There's no way that they would do that against Michigan. If it was some other like if it was like Oregon, like that last game, maybe they wouldn't be like too worried about trying to win that game. But because yeah, if they don't win that game, then they don't make the Big Ten championship, then like I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I don't see them doing it.
Yeah, no, I could
There's no
see
way.
them more so no, there's just no way. It's just too big
They
of a
need to beat
game.
Michigan. That's almost worth more than a
Honestly,
national championship to some Ohio State fans. Like at this point,
it
it might
probably
be
is. I
because it's been a
mean,
while.
like had they not won the national championship last year, Ryan Day was probably gone because they lost for 4 straight years, but they won the championship. Um, they could lose again. Like it's very possible that they lose again. They haven't
If
been
they
tested. Michigan still has a good defense,
if they lose
decent running
again
game.
5 years in a row, does Ryan Day get fired? There's no way. There's no way.
No, but
Like
if he does it 6 years, like because he still got the national championship goodwill from last year,
I guess it's like
but
you know you, you
2 years removed, like I
You win, you
don't know.
go, you win every single game, but you just lose to Michigan every single year. Is that like something like if you won the national championship every year, like, but you were losing to Michigan every single year, but you won a championship, like it could the fans stomach that? Would they be okay with that? I don't know. I think like a lot of those fans probably wager that that means more than a championship, but like that's almost like OU. Like, would you rather win the championship or lose to Texas every year?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Every
Like
every single year, you just never beat them. but you win the championship every single year too.
I mean, it'd be fine, but I wouldn't like it. Like I would, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
It's
think that
almost like
rivalry
I'd almost rather take the Texas win. Like I don't know. It's
I think that rivalry is bigger than OU Texas by like pretty big margin. Um,
yeah.
so it's like I don't know, them fans are fucking
I
ruthless.
mean, it's easily the biggest rivalry in the sport because it's really heated. I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's only really, in my opinion, there's only like three big rivalries. It's that are like separated, and I think it's Michigan, Ohio State, OU, Texas, Alabama, Auburn. Or like I don't know, those three just for me at least just go
Yeah.
crazy
I wouldn't
every
completely
year.
disagree.
Alabama, Georgia's, like that's starting to become a reoccurring thing, but it's like Alabama's been owning Georgia though, so it's not really all that
Yeah.
even. Um,
And then yeah, I was just kind of touching on the rest of the top 25 while you were gone because I didn't know if it was still recording or not. So
that
there's
somehow it was.
some random new teams popping up in the bottom half. I don't know. It could come down to James Madison and North Texas for that final spot in the playoffs. I'd rather see North Texas. Um, it's me personally. I've just been kind of
Well,
big
North
on.
Texas has a better offense too, and I think they're more competitive. I think James Madison probably just gets blown out.
Yeah, I mean North Texas did get blown out by was it South Florida? By like a
Yeah.
lot, a
South Florida
lot.
just dropped one to Navy, so that was
Yeah,
kind of a
I
crazy
and
turn of events as
I
well.
think Navy's top of the conference though.
Yeah,
Um,
Navy's got like for some reason their percentage is not very high though in terms of playoff predictor.
yeah. So if they win the conference, then like I mean I think the winner of this conference is probably the one that makes it in. Who's Navy have left? Memphis and Army. They could lose those.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on in the Mountain West, but that'd be the only other like group of five possibility in terms of who could actually make it. That's not a Power Four conference, and I just don't think the Mountain West probably has enough going on right now with Boise State not being what they normally are. So Navy would be like my top pick for who I'd like to see, just because you never see
I mean
Armed
James
Forces
Madison's
team.
they could still lose. I don't think Coastal's that good this year. Washington State's kind of ass, but it's still a Power Four school.
Yeah, Washington State not good, but I think they could easily beat James Madison, unfortunately, for
I
James
mean,
Madison.
I kind of hope James Madison does lose. I want to see North Texas make it in personally.
My top
Uh,
choice is Navy, but I don't know. I love these smaller schools. I love that they're getting a shot. Did you see Paul Feynman the other day
yeah, he's a fucking bum. I hate
on
that dude.
First Take? He was just like, we should just get rid of that. That's not even right. It's about the best teams. We need to put the best teams in. And I'm like, okay, man. Like, because he was
I
arguing like
think
a 9-3 Texas should make it in over like a group of five team.
I think if they do that, that kills like that. It might kill like a lot of Group of Fives football. Like just it might not have enough funding or make enough money to even keep going with football if they have no chance. They'd have to drop to like Division Two or something because
Yeah.
there's nothing to play for. What the fuck are you gonna do? Like you'd have to go like undefeated to even have a shot at making the playoff. And even then, like, are they still gonna give you enough love to even consider you? Like, I
Well,
mean,
and that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like,
know.
just like, and it honestly, I like it because it turns some of these games into like games you would normally care about, but now they're like playoff
Yeah,
impacting games like Navy USF this weekend was a huge game. Normally wouldn't be under different circumstances. And also like I don't know, like my team's in SEC, but also like I agree with this. Like the SEC loves to point out like games that like hypothetical games that have never happened yet. Like, well, if Texas played whoever, well, they don't play each other, so we'll never fucking know. So
yeah.
this is the only way to like actually find out is to put like the smaller team in the playoffs. It just is what it is.
And
I'm
like, look at Boise State last year. They was competitive. Like,
yeah, they played Penn State like all right. They weren't
yeah, they didn't get
horrible.
killed. I mean, they just have no other offense other than Ashton Genty. So, and their defense wasn't super great, but
And even in the BCS era, you saw like Boise State knock off Oklahoma. You saw, well,
yeah,
even in the 14 playoff, UCF beating Auburn and
it
the
happens. Yeah,
undefeated UCF. Like it can happen. So like, give it a shot. Why
like
does like
it's
the
just
SEC
one.
just
It's one
automatically get
team.
everything?
It's just one team. It's not like you're letting in fucking four of them. You know what I mean? It's not like every non-power four conference winners making the playoffs too, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
it's one single team.
like fuck off, dude.
Like
Texas
and
sucks.
honestly,
The,
if you're
Texas
if you're
sucks.
at 12, like it's kind of your fault. Like if OU, my team, if we lose one of these last two games, like it just is what it is. Like
Yeah.
we did not do enough to get in the playoffs. I'm not gonna
Like
say we should get in over a group of five team just because.
yeah, and like if he's bitching about Texas, like I said, Texas might not even win the next two games, but like even if they did get in, they would probably lose to every team 12 and above. Like I think they would. I think Vandy would beat them. Didn't Texas beat Vanderbilt though?
They beat them by 3 points.
Yeah, I think Vandy would get the next game, if especially if it was in the playoffs. I definitely do think all those teams could beat Texas. So it's not like Texas is a juggernaut that just maybe their quarterback got hurt and they drop two games or whatever. Uh, three
No, they
games.
they've
That's not the
been
case.
inconsistent.
They're not that good. They would not be a fun team to watch in the playoffs.
Like Texas, like in my opinion, like Texas should be dead. Like in terms of like the playoff contention, it's
Yes,
like their playoff contention should be over. Like just
I'd
because they maybe beat A&M at the end is not
I'd much rather
justification.
see North Texas with old dude that threw 600 plus yards play against somebody and see what the fuck happens. Who knows? You
Yeah,
know, like it's more exciting. Um,
but yeah, I
anything
strongly agree.
else?
I mean, I'm kind of looking at like how the playoff race is shaping up. I
It's
think
still so tight.
you got
It's
your
so tight.
Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, like almost a lock. Oregon, if they lose to USC this weekend, they might be out. Um,
Maybe. I mean, USC is 16. They're at six. Like, I mean, look where Alabama dropped six spots when what spot were you guys at?
we were only at like 11 though, so it
And
wasn't
they
like
were
as
at
bad.
four, I
They're
think,
at
right?
four though.
And they
Yeah.
dropped six spots. So like that, if they dropped one, two, three, four, five, six, they would be out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oregon should probably be out if they lose another one.
Um, yeah, I mean, we'll look in one of our upcoming episodes, like matchups for the week. I don't know who the fuck plays anybody, but maybe there's some hot games up there in the top 12 that we're not thinking about.
Yeah. So I guess we could kind of hop into Heisman. It's turning into kind of the race is like
I think it's a two-man race at this point.
yeah. Well, actually, I think yeah, kind of. It depends
It's
on
kind
the
of
way things shake out.
it's
I
kind
think
of
there's
two.
5 to 7 guys that can get into it.
Yeah. I only went with five this week. I feel like you gotta this dude. He's getting a lot of traction. He's getting a lot of like a lot of publicity. I feel like you gotta at least. I just had to mention him at least once. Um, he's pretty fucking good. He's really good. He's probably like maybe the best defensive player in college football right now, like stats wise. He got an offensive touchdown this week. It's just like his first touchdown. Like on the offense, they put him in just to try to boost his Heisman stats or whatever. I think it's kind of cool, like that they did that. Um, he's kind of a menace, man.
I
He's
mean,
kind of a
7
menace.
forced fumbles is crazy.
Yeah.
4 interceptions is crazy. One sack, it's all right. Um, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's a
I mean, he's the only defensive player even getting any sort of mention. I just feel like I had to at least mention him once. I don't think he has any shot of winning it, but it's kind of cool to see a defensive player at least getting some love. Doesn't happen very often, especially this late in the race. Um,
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
he just did something crazy, like I think, like
He'd have to have
if
like a bunch of interceptions and
he
like
had like
touchdowns.
like a 2 or 3 interception game or something like that could
Yeah.
go crazy. Or if he just got like 7 sacks in a game and like boost those sack numbers. I mean, it's very very unlikely. Um,
What are they gonna buy and then West Virginia, I think. Probably. So
yeah,
one
that's what
game
it's
and
looking
then the
yeah.
Big 12 championship. Most
Yes,
likely a rematch against BYU. I mean, he fucked BYU up. Uh yeah, fumble recovery, interception, 9 solo tackles, 14 total. Pretty good game.
yeah. I mean, he's looking good from these
He's pretty
stats.
good.
I don't watch a ton of Texas Tech football, so I haven't like really seen them. Like I watched the BYU game, but I wasn't really like I guess paying attention
They was talking about him
to
a
what they're
lot.
doing. So yeah, I mean
I thought it
it's
was cool.
worth a mention. We're worth
Little
mentioning
mention.
a defensive guy. We don't do it
You
very
just
often on the
you're just
Heisman.
mad that he's on Texas Tech.
Yeah, fuck Texas Tech. I hate Texas Tech.
D1 hater.
I
Who you
hate
got at
Texas
five?
Tech. I got Jeremiah Love. Um, I was
Yeah,
gonna put
what
Ahmad Hardy above him, but when you actually look at Jeremiah Love's receiving yards, um, they're about at the same amount of yardage, and he actually has more touchdowns than Ahmad Hardy. When you factor in the receiving aspect of it, and he's just on, more of a relevant team as well.
yeah, he's been on a kind of a nice little tear. Um, I mean, he didn't break 100 here, but he had 2 touchdowns. Um, Same here, 2 touchdowns. But yeah, 14 total touchdowns, 1,100 rushing yards with 274, three more receiving touchdowns. So 17 total. It's pretty good. That's actually really good.
Yeah. I don't really think
He's
he's going to win it or really has like a
no.
real shot, but I could see him being like kind of like that fourth nomination.
I think he
Just
could get invited. He's
yeah,
he's playing really well. And it's just like the way he plays and like the plays he makes are so electric. It's like it makes like highlights and like people see it. It's like all the highlights, like the first highlight of the Pitt Notre Dame game was that spin that he had. Like it's he's a highlight reel, so he draws attention to the team and to himself, and that could be what he needs to maybe make an invite. Could potentially raise his draft stock just getting invited. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate that running back's such an undervalued position in the NFL because
If they were undefeated, I think he would be higher.
yeah,
But
I think so too.
he didn't play very good against Miami.
Yeah, and their 2 losses was like, kind of like other than that Arkansas game, which I mean, they dominated. Actually, he got like 4 touchdowns in that game, so that wasn't even that bad of a game.
Yeah.
But those first 2 games were not good, and those were their 2 losses. So if he doesn't play well, the team doesn't play
I
well.
mean, yeah. That sucks. I mean, you only lose by 1 day in him. Carry the ball 23 times. I'm averaging 4.1 yards a carry. It's not like terrible, but it's not great.
Not amazing. And it's not blowing you away. Like his 6.4, which that was another thing I noticed with him and Hardy.
They probably should have thrown
Their
the
averages are
ball
very close.
to him more. I mean, he was averaging 13.3 reception yards, so probably should have maybe pivoted and got him more like available on some screens or something.
Yeah, he definitely has the ability to catch. Number number 4, who do you got? I think that's exactly where I put him as well. Yeah, Julian saying number 4.
I don't I don't like it. I don't think he should even be in that 1 to 2 consideration, especially what Mendoza did 2 weeks ago against Penn State with he had his Heisman moment. Marcel Reed just had his Heisman moment. Haynes King's been having his Heisman moment. Some motherfuckers got Georgia Tech on his fucking back. He got the whole state of his whole fucking region of Georgia on his back. That the
Yeah,
history of that program's on his back. Um, yeah, the future of that program's on his back. If he could will them into the playoffs and
playoffs. Yeah,
an ACC
absolutely.
title would be huge. Like that'd be massive for Georgia Tech. In my opinion, he just means so much more to his team. I'm like, and I was thinking about this yesterday or the day before. Like, you take some of these other players and you put them on that team. Like, you put Julian Sayin on Georgia Tech. Is Georgia Tech where they are now? I don't think so. I really don't.
Yeah,
But
but
you
it's
put
also hard. It's hard. It's hard. Like they're like different, like
yeah, exactly. Okay, so but
style of
Marcel
teams.
Reed's maybe similar style out of all of
Yeah, yeah,
these quarterbacks. So like I still don't think Marcel Reed's getting it done. Like Haynes King is just a brawler. Like he's just he doesn't care. He's just hitting people. He's like fighting for the yards. Like he's just aggressive.
yeah.
He just does what it takes to win at all costs. Um, I don't know. I don't think a lot of these dudes would be getting Georgia Tech to the same position they are now. So, for me, I think that's just giving him a little bit of an edge above you can see it. I got Haynes King one spot above. So, I mean, he's got really good stats. He is pretty good. Um, he didn't really have a huge game against UCLA. I mean, they did kill them, but he threw for 184, one touchdown. Like that's just I feel like they kind of needed him. Like you need to start just pumping the numbers against these teams like
Yeah,
this. Like that's not a game you need this late in the race.
it's like the numbers are okay, but they're not like mind blowing, and
Yeah.
he's not having the moments. He's not playing the
You're not
level of
playing anybody.
competition, and he's just surrounded by a good team, which unfortunately that hurts you too, is in the Heisman race if you're just you got all these receivers and you're just doing whatever, but you're not really. I don't know. He's probably gonna win. I feel like if they beat
I
Indiana in the Big Ten
I
championship, and I'm
think
gonna hate it.
Mendoza, yeah, if they beat Indiana, he probably does win. But I think as of now, Mendoza is the betting favorite.
Yeah, and he
Uh,
should be.
which I agree with that part. So, you said you had him right here too?
Yeah, I had saying at four. I don't have Haynes King quite on my list yet.
Yeah.
He's kind of sitting out there like at that sixth
You got
spot.
Gunnar Stockton here
Yeah, yeah. Because if you
at
look at
three.
Gunnar Stockton's numbers, um, he's putting up very similar numbers to Haynes King in terms of passing, and
So
he's
he's
rushed for
got
8 touchdowns.
27 total, three picks, third QBR, just
And then
about
you put the
2,300 yards.
350 with the 350 rushing with the 2300
So
passing, you're
he's
looking
got
at
10 more yards passing,
26, 2700 yards.
nine
Actually,
more,
probably close to like 25.
nine more passing TDs, one more interception, a little bit of a better QBR. What did I say? He had 27 total.
Yeah.
He's got 24, 800. So he's beaten him by Haynes King's beaten him by like 400-ish yards roughly, and he's beaten him by three total touchdowns. Has
Yeah. I
played
mean,
better talent, but
yeah. I mean, I think they put up very similar numbers. I think that's another showdown, we're gonna see in a
yeah,
couple of
oh, that's
weeks.
gonna be
That'd be
nice.
a huge Heisman indicator because I
I
think
hope
Haynes
Georgia.
King is still very much alive in the race,
Yeah, he's just a
depending on
little.
what shakes out in these
I
last few
think
weeks.
if Georgia Tech can come in there and like Haynes King can like just ball out and like scrape through and get that win, I don't know, like that's fucking massive. Like how
Well,
do you
then
not
yeah,
like how do you
then
not
you go
even
win the
like
ACC championship the next week.
come on now like that's just crazy. And like just the like what he's doing though. Like the man threw for 371 and 408 the week before. I mean, he didn't have a lot of passing touchdowns, but um
yeah,
he needed some more touchdowns in that game, but
yeah.
still.
And I would say that game worked a lot in his favor for Heisman stuff, but in terms of Georgia Tech, like Boston College's ass. They're 1-10.
Yeah.
So like for Georgia Tech as a team, that makes y'all look really bad. But it
I
makes Gunnar
mean,
Stockton look good because he kind of led the
it's
team through the
a win's a
fire.
win at this point. I don't know. I think similar thing that kind of applies is like, does Gunnar Stockton mean how much does he mean to Georgia? Like, can they compare to like Haynes King for Georgia Tech? It's a little different in my opinion.
I think Gunnar Stockton. I don't think Georgia's as good of a team without Gunnar Stockton
No,
this year.
I agree. I agree. But you could
Like if
put
you look at him, like I mean, Carson Beck's the more talented player than Gunnar Stockton, but he's elevated like the level of play for Georgia. He's just done more
it's a
for Georgia
different
than
kind of
what Carson Beck
offense.
could do. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's to do with his strengths lie in different places.
Yeah.
He's more of a rusher. He scrambles. He's more of a playmaker.
That's such like a huge like strength too to an offense is having a quarterback that can run. Is maybe not like your first decision to like to run the ball, but like having the ability to like kill somebody with your legs is so massive.
Playmaking.
Like I don't know why you wouldn't do everything you could to get a quarterback to fit that mold. Like in the portal, recruiting. I would not be recruiting pocket passers in like this day and age of college football. Like there's no point.
No, unless
Uh
you're Ohio State. That's the only team that really makes sense. Like if you got a
yeah,
loaded
if you're
receiving
loaded at
core,
receiver, sure. But still, you still like if you could find a really good passer that can also run too, why not? Because like you're killing them on the ground, like with your receivers, like they're gonna be so far off the line, like trying to cover, like it's me open, like every almost all the time,
yeah.
just
You just have
boom.
to trust their decision making. I think that's like a big thing. Because some of those guys that rush are
Yeah,
stupid. Are stupid with the
they
ball.
are they are very bad. I mean, like looking at Hintz King though, like he's got 2 interceptions, so it's like,
Yeah. But
uh,
I feel like he's more like he's
I don't know,
almost like he could play running back and quarterback. You know what I was like?
it's weird.
He's actually good at running. Like he
He's so
runs for
good.
real. Like he like runs people over. He ain't
Exactly.
just
This dude had like look at his carries. 19, 25, 21, 20. Like this dude's gotten running he's getting running back yards and carries in the same game that he's throwing for a fuck ton of yards. Like he's throwing for 408 and then running for 103, 4 total touchdowns. Like that's insane. In a game that they lose. Like the fuck?
yeah, I
How
mean
do you do that? And then like you still lose. It's nasty work. I really wish they wouldn't have lost that game because he would maybe be higher up the pecking order in the Heisman race. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I agree. I think Gunnar Stockton and Haynes King are kind of like right there in that same spot. Um, I'm assuming you got probably the same top two, Marcel Reed and
yeah.
Mendoza.
Yeah, Marcel Reed like Gunnar Stockton or like the Haynes King. I was just saying like horrible look for your team, but fantastic look for the player when you look at
Yeah.
Marcel Reed throwing for almost 450, like pushing 450.
I mean, he almost threw 5 interceptions. Like he's lucky it was only two. He should have thrown. It should have been like five. And like if those were picks, they would have lost because it would have
Oh
been more
yeah.
points in the first. Because that was all in the first half. He had almost five potentials. Um, I didn't even watch the second half, so maybe there was more opportunities for them to get there. But yeah, if those were interceptions, game would have been too far out of reach. Yeah, throwing for 439 though, 3 tutties. He didn't really. He's not running the ball a lot, which I would like to see more of. But
Yeah, he was running it a lot last year, and then this year it
yeah,
seems like maybe over the off season they're like, "Hey man,
or,
that's
maybe
not
he didn't like the way
working."
he was getting hit. It was like, you know what, this is this isn't as fun as in like high school. You know, these dudes out here be hitting, especially in the SEC. Like you can't really be running on people like that because you can get your ass smoked by a safety or something. Um, you got like the Tyrann Matthews running around out there. Um, Nah, pass. So
It's
maybe he was like, you know, just keep my ass in the pocket because I can throw the ball like
he's
really
also
well.
not like I mean like he is big and he is strong, but I feel like he's kind of skinny.
185.
Like he's
I
kind
feel
of
like most
skinny.
quarterbacks are like pushing 200. Like Haynes King's 215, Stockton's 215, Sands 208,
Yeah, he's skinnier than most quarterbacks.
Mendoza's 225. That's like perfect for an NFL. Like that's what you want right there. 6'5", 225. He don't look that big in the game though. Like he really does not look that big. Marcel he does look
Yeah.
skinny as shit. So
I
maybe
mean,
he
6'1". I think you're probably wanting to weigh a little bit more than that at 6'1". I think
I
Kyler
think
Murray weighs like 205 and he's 5'9".
yeah, the height's there. It's fine. I think he probably gets drafted whenever he does go to the league. So they probably have him put some weight on in the off season, get him up to at
Yeah,
least 200.
I think
But
another year of experience will get up in that NFL spot. But I mean, Mendoza is just like to me, as long as they beat Ohio State in the championship, it's his Heisman to lose.
yeah, he's got 35 total touchdowns. I think that's more than everybody. He's at
Yeah, he's the
22,
only quarterback with 30
28.
touchdowns, 30 passing
Um,
touchdowns.
I mean, they're all pretty competitive in like passing yards. I mean, they're like 400 above these two. and then Sayan's right on par with these other two. So yeah, he's right there. He's up at the top five QBR, only five picks. He had four passing touchdowns this past game. Like that's he's just laying it on. Like this is what he needs to do. Just to kind of like break away. So apparent clear
I
front
would
runner,
draft this
but
guy.
I would too.
He's
I
a
would too. I
fantastic
like him a lot.
quarterback.
I like him a lot.
He's
Looking
got
like
the
he
Heisman
might be going to the
honors.
Jets.
He's smart. Like he's pretty much got everything going for him. I don't know who wouldn't draft the guy.
I don't either.
Oh yeah, I mean, just don't lose the I mean, we're again looking at another like kind of like so we're gonna have Mendoza playing Sane, like that's gonna probably decide that. We're gonna have Haynes
Yep.
King playing Stockton, like that's gonna decide that. We're gonna have Marcel Reed
Oh,
facing
it was
off.
Ty Simpson we had up here, and we was like, oh, it could be these two playing. But it,
Yeah,
it could be Marcel Reed playing Stockton. Like if
yeah,
Georgia makes it.
depending, yeah. And
But it could
actually,
be, or it could be Ole Miss.
because if even if Georgia Tech beats Georgia, I think
It
Georgia
it
still
doesn't matter
gets in the SEC championship.
because they have the head-to-head win over Ole Miss. So I think right now it's looking like A&M Georgia. I'm pretty sure. Um,
Yeah, I think that's where it's at right now.
yeah, which is probably how it's going to end up shaking out. So it'll be
Actually, no, I heard it was I heard
let's just look.
who did Bama
Let's
lose to? I think Bama actually gets in if they win out because they have the head to head against Georgia.
um. Well, that's weird because then so like, Georgia has a head-to-head against Ole Miss. Alabama has a head-to-head against Georgia. So does that put Bama at the top? I don't know. It's so weird.
Well, I mean, Bama has Auburn, which would give them seven. Georgia has Georgia played all of their SEC games? I think they might have.
Yeah.
'Cause they play like a FCS team or
They got
something this
Charlotte
weekend.
and Georgia Tech next.
Yeah, so they're done. So yeah, I think if Bama was to beat Auburn, they would own the head to head. But what happens with Ole
Yeah.
Miss? I think Ole Miss would get in actually. No, because Georgia owns the whole. God damn, this is so confusing.
Ole Miss still has Mississippi State. So they'll have one more.
Yeah, so I think if
It's
Bama,
weird.
I don't know, it's a weird tiebreaker thing. I think Georgia gets in if Bama loses. Bama gets in.
I'd rather see A&M Ole Miss, honestly. Like, I don't want to see Georgia Alabama again. Like, they're always in the fucking SEC championship. Like, always. Like, come
Yes,
on,
every
let's
year
do
it's
something
one of the
different.
two.
Um,
Um,
Going back for God knows how long.
it's been a minute,
There's
and
probably like one year in that we're just not thinking about that wasn't either of those two, but I
like
mean,
one of
but
those
look at like
Auburn
looking at
years.
these teams, it would be LSU when they won the Natty. Who'd they play?
I want to say they played one of them too, if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
So that year might be out. Let's see, Arkansas, no. South Carolina, no. Auburn, it's been fucking ages since they've been there.
Auburn didn't wasn't there like an Auburn Missouri championship? I think there was.
You know, I'm
Like
kidding.
when Auburn played played you guys in the national championship.
Genuinely, it's probably been a minute. Let's see. Georgia, Bama, Georgia, Bama, Bama, Georgia, Bama, Georgia, Bama, Bama, Bama. Yeah, 2013 Auburn, Missouri.
Yeah, that's the
So
one I
12
remember.
years, like come on now. Like and then before that it was
Auburn, South Carolina.
yeah, okay. Still it's when Cam Newton was there.
Then you're going back to like when Florida was kind of like in the mix a
Oh,
lot.
Bama was still there. So then it was 2007 before that. So like three times in the last like 20 years. Like it's not one of those two teams. So it would be cool to not see either of those two teams and just let A&M and Ole Miss go at it.
It looks like it's
Uh
going to be one of them too. It
yeah,
looks
one of
like
them's gonna
Ole Miss is kind of sitting on the outside somehow. Like no matter
one
what,
of
they don't get in.
one of them's gonna weasel their fucking way in there. This is a slightly down year for both of them too, which is crazy.
Yeah, I
I,
don't
I
know.
wish OU was like had a chance to make it. Like, ah,
I don't want to make it into
the
the
fucking Texas loss, man. If you guys wouldn't have lost to Texas, you guys would be in there.
if we hadn't lost to Texas, we'd be guaranteed playoff spot right now. Now we're like
Yeah,
we're walking a tightrope, like trying to cross those last two steps.
I think you guys are fine. LSU is the one I'd be worried about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about this Heisman race. Like, there is a scenario for like a lot of chaos to ensue.
Yeah,
Like let's say Haynes King beats Gunnar Stockton, but then Gunnar Stockton beats Marcel
Marcel
Reed,
Reed.
and
That's a bigger game.
but then it comes down to I feel like it's just gonna come down to Mendoza's saying
I
like
think so.
that kind
I
of
think
just
so. And I'm
sets up the
fucking
stage.
I'm praying like oh even then okay, so say Ohio State beats Indiana, but Mendoza has a better game and it's close.
I'd
Uh,
give it to Mendoza.
I would
Fuck it.
too. Like he's killing him in stats. Not maybe not killing him, but it's a significant margin and some in the touchdown department, in my opinion.
But yeah, I mean
And the
the
win
only
department.
thing that prevents Sand from winning it is if Marcel Reed just keeps going off. And then if Sand beats Mendoza, then they probably give it to Marcel Reed, which would be better
I
than Sand.
wouldn't hate it. Wouldn't hate it.
I pretty much like I hate to sound like this, but I just want anybody but Sand to win. I don't even hate the guy. I just hate his team.
I really wouldn't like him or Gunnar Stockton to win. I just
I wouldn't mind Gunnar Stockton. Like watching him play, like
he's a
he's just
really
a
cool
beast.
player, but I would rather see Mendoza, Marcel Reed, or Haynes King. Like those are my top three. I just feel like those dudes are playing like they're just playing different. Playing different. It just they feel possessed out there on the field. I
Uh,
don't know. It's crazy. Well, maybe not
yeah, I mean that
Marcel Reed
is
in that first half, but
yeah.
that
That
second
second half
half
he turned it
was
on. I
nasty,
was
nasty
actually has
play.
Georgia like when's the last time Georgia's even had a Heisman winner? I don't think they have they Herschel Walker. Is that the only one they've ever had? Like
It could be.
as good as they've been consistently, they haven't had a ton of Heisman
Well, I mean, a
contenders.
lot of like Georgia's like recent success has been because their defense, in my opinion. It's all their defense has been insane. Like every year their
Yeah.
defense is playing like so good to where they don't need the offense to like, go out there and throw for 400 yards. Um, or even if they are like killing polite people, then they're just kind of running the ball. Like they've had a lot of good running backs too, so they don't need to throw the ball a whole lot. Um, so very well-rounded teams that they've had, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was Herschel Walker because I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, it's been a very long time since
Jesus
we've seen it
Christ.
happen.
Well, I mean, it would be something different. New team winning the Heisman. Wouldn't hate it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much at the end of it. So yeah, well I guess we'll catch y'all next week. It's gonna we got a boring week ahead of us, but
Roll
we'll
Tide.